We were having a little bit of problem with our YouTube yesterday throughout the state.
Oh.
What's the code?
Not sure, sir.
Let's see. I don't think she's no. No, she's not in the breakout room. Ms. Maynes, I'm going to take care of this other case. It should be a quick agreement. I just need to put on the record.
Okay.
Ms. Salazar, are you there, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. All right. All right. Let me go ahead and put.
No, this isn't. That wasn't Patricia Salazar.
Yasmin Gonzalez.
Okay. Okay, hold on a second. The person on the phone that calling in, last number is 349.
I just was admitted to the meeting. I'm Maria
Okay.
Salazar.
You're Miss Salazar. Okay, that's who I thought you were. All right, okay. Then I have Mr. Avalos present.
Yes, sir.
Salazar and Mr. Canoth. I understand y'all have met with the Attorney General, and there's an agreement that we need to put on the record. Let me go ahead and get started on this. All right, the court is calling cause number 2003 AG 7986. This is a hearing on a motion filed by the Attorney General's office, a motion to modify and to confirm child support arrearage. Parties are Joseph Avalos and Maria Salazar, who are present before me on this Zoom application. The reason that we're doing the Zoom application is because of the pandemic crisis that's going on in our community. However, the courts have allowed us to conduct our Zoom hearings or remote hearings. We're doing so on this Zoom application. My name is Antonio Rodriguez. I am the Associate Judge for the Title 4D Court here in El Paso, Texas. I understand the parties have met with one of the Assistant Attorney Generals and an agreement has been reached in this matter. I'm going to ask the Assistant Attorney General, Mr. Knopf, to recite the agreement, then I'll ask the parties if this is what you all have agreed upon. Right, Mr. Knopf, what is the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. After conferring with the parties, an agreement has been reached that there has been a material and substantial change of circumstance. The child before the court now resides with their father, Mr. Avalos, and has done so for the past several months. As such, child support should be modified to $0 per month beginning March 1st, 2021 and monthly thereafter. There should be a judgment on past due support arrears factoring in possession credits of $0. Date of judgment should be February 10th, 2021. The child should continue to be covered under health insurance through Mr. Avalos's employer, as well as dental insurance through the employer policy. Neither party is requesting a non-disclosure at this time. Both parties have agreed that the OAG may prepare the order and submit it to the court without their signature, and that Mr. Avalos is to bear all costs of court for these proceedings today.
Okay. All right, so let me just clarify one thing on there's a finding of no arrears child support in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
After a possession credit?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, Mr. Avalos, you heard the agreement as recited by the Attorney General. Is this what you have agreed upon, sir?
Yes, sir.
And Ms. Salazar, is this what you have agreed upon, ma'am?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. All right, having heard the parties stipulate on the record with regard to this agreement, the court will approve the agreement and that will render an order in regards to that agreement. I understand that parties agree that Mr. Kanath can go ahead and prepare the order and send it to me directly. Once I do receive the order, I will sign the order. Then the order will be filed with the clerk's office here in El Paso, Texas, and copies will be sent to the parties. Is there anything else in this matter, Mr. Kanath?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Avalos, any questions or anything else that we need to address, sir, at this point?
No, sir. No, sir. Thank you very much.
Ms. Salazar, anything else, ma'am?
No, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, the court does appreciate you all working this matter out and for your participation today. That concludes our hearing for today. Parties are excused. Thank you all very much. Be careful, be safe out there.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
And let's see, Mr. Hargis, Mr. Bain is ready on your case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't see Ms. Gonzalez.
My client was in the break-in room, and I don't know what happened there.
I'll go back there and see if I can coach her into the main session. I thought she was out here, but
Yeah, she was supposed we asked her to sign up.
There's nobody in the breakout room.
She probably logged out by mistake. Let me ask her to sign in again.
Okay, that's Maria Salazar. Okay, no, I don't have her yet in the waiting room, so she needs to sign back in.
Okay, she's logging in.
I mean, Yasmin Gonzalez, I'm sorry. This is number one, case number one. Okay. Okay. she is. He just, okay, let me bring her in. Here she is. Okay, Ms. Gonzalez, I need for you to unmute, ma'am.
There you go.
Okay, can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and call the case then. The court is calling cause number 2020 DCM 4198. This is a hearing on a petition filed by the Attorney General's office entitled "A Suit Affecting Parent-Child Relationship with an Acknowledgement of Paternity." And there appears to be two minor children before the court. Parties in this case are Ricardo Estrada and Yasmin Gonzalez. Ms. Gonzalez being represented by Mr. Attorney Omar Maynez, who is also present today. The record should reflect that this matter was set for a final hearing today on February the 11th, 2021 at 1 o'clock. It is now 1:45. Mr. Estrada is not present at the Zoom application. The return on file does indicate that he was served with citation back on October 20th of last year, 2020. At this time, Mr. Estrada is not present, and there appears to be no response filed by Mr. Estrada. All right, so I'll ask at this time announcement of counsel, first with the Attorney General's office.
John Hargis, Attorney General, Child Support Division, present and ready.
Mr.
Omar
Reyna.
Manes for Jasmine Gonzalez, Your Honor, we're ready.
All right. Okay.
Your Honor, if I may, the non-custodial parent is acting pro se, so I haven't communicated with him as if he was the attorney. And the pay stubs that were introduced here today were provided by him to my office, and he was not able to attend because of his work schedule. So I just wanted to put that on the record.
Okay. Mr. Maynez, you represent Ms. Gonzalez?
Yeah, I represent Ms. Gonzalez.
Okay. All right, Pat. All right. So, I don't have any response or any appearance on part of Mr. Estrada.
I understand, Your Honor. I understand it's gonna be a default.
Okay. All right. And I understand there is a petition for divorce. However, that issue is not before the court today.
Yes, Your Honor.
Matter is, I believe it's on child support issues, maybe conservatorship as well. All right. Parties announced, council announced ready. Ms. Gonzalez, would you please raise your right hand, ma'am, so I can swear you in? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, thank you, ma'am. All right, Mr. Argus, your petition, motion.
Your Honor, the state offers what has been marked for identification purposes as State's Exhibit number 1 and 2 for in-camera inspections, acknowledgement of paternities for each child in this case.
Okay. Any objection, Mr. Minus?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. They weren't filed with a petition, Mr. Hargis?
It was not attached because of the nature of the facts of this case.
Okay. All right. Once I do receive, well, there's no objection to the acknowledgements of paternity, but once I receive them, I'll go ahead and make a ruling on the admissibility. But so far, at this point, I don't see there's an issue with the acknowledgements of paternity. All right, go ahead, Mr. Hargis.
And Your Honor, the state offers what's been marked for identification purposes as State's Exhibit number 3. It's the pay stubs of Mr. Ricardo Estrada.
Okay. Any objection, Mr. Menez?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Again, subject to my receipt of those pay stubs, I'll take judicial notice at this time of the pay stubs. Go ahead, Mr. Hargis.
State calls Ms. Gonzalez.
All right, go ahead.
Please state your full name
Jasmine Gonzalez.
and the name of your children.
Michelle Estrada and Sarai Estrada.
And the age of Michelle?
She's 8 and Sarai is 7.
Okay. You recall signing the acknowledgement of paternity for Sahare, so Sarahai, on or about October 18th, 2013.
Yes.
You recall Mr. Ricardo Estrada also signed that acknowledgement of paternity on the same date.
Yes.
And regarding the acknowledgement of paternity on your other child, Michelle Estrada, do you recall signing that acknowledgement of attorney as well on or about September 6, 2012?
Yes.
And Mr. Ricardo Estrada, did he sign it?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of health insurance does your child have, your 2 children have?
Medicaid?
And do you have health insurance available through your employer?
No, I don't.
And do you have health insurance available through any other source?
No.
Do you know if Mr. Estrada has health insurance through his employer?
I don't know.
Do you know if Mr. Estrada has any other children?
Not that I know of.
You know where he works?
No.
Are you asking the court for retroactive child support in this case?
No, I'm not.
Are you aware that they only get one chance at retroactive child support?
Yes.
Okay. And if you're required to disclose your address and personal information on this order, would it subject you to any harassment, harm, or injury?
No.
And are you asking the court, are you requesting that your address and information be held confidential?
No.
Your Honor, we were just going to address the child support issues on this matter, and everything else was going to be taken up in the divorce action.
Okay. Right, Mr. Hargis, any other questions for Ms. Gonzalez?
Your Honor, I have no further questions.
All right, Mr. Maynes, any questions for Ms. Gonzalez?
I don't have any questions, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, all right. What is the state's recommendation as far as support obligations, Mr. Hargis?
Your Honor, based on the pay records that are going to be emailed to you, the child support will be set at $673 a month. And then with the step down of $538 a month, no retroactive child support. Medical support to reimburse the state will be $151 a month. Both obligations beginning March 1st, 2021. And then also no non-disclosure based on her having no safety concerns.
Okay. All right, let me just verify the child support amount because sometimes the audio may have gave out a little bit. Child support is $673.
Yes, Your Honor.
And medical support for the government health insurance, CHIP or Medicaid, $151,
Yes, Your Honor.
commencing on March 1st.
Yes, Your Honor.
And
Yes.
then with respect to conservatorship, visitation, and all those matters, those will be addressed in the pending divorce action. So that's going to be reserved for the divorce court. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Maynes, you heard are you in agreement with the recommendations as far as support obligations and the
Yes, yes, we are, Your Honor.
okay. Right. Very well. The court will approve the agreement of the order as recommended by the Attorney General. This will address the finding of, well, actually, the acknowledgement of paternity established a parent-child relationship. Conservatorship issue, visitation issues will be reserved for the divorce court. However, the child support, medical support will be ordered as recommended and approved by council. There'll be no retroactive support. And I believe based on the testimony, the non-disclosure has been waived on the record. And there will be no retroactive support either. That was also not addressed or not requested. Is that pretty much it for the order, Mr. Hargis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Maynes, anything else we need to address in the order? I know everything else will be addressed in the divorce.
Yeah, the order is sufficient, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Okay, as far as the submission of the order, Mr. Hargis, how do you wish to address that? You want Mr. Maynes to review the order before I sign it, or?
This is my first time asking Mr. Maynes, would it be okay if I submit the order based on the record, submit the order directly to the judge for his signature without first sending it to you for a review and signature?
That'll be fine, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right, so Mr. Hargis will go ahead and prepare the order as we have just, if I have just issued it right now. Once I do receive the order, I will sign it. The order will then be filed with the clerk's office. Ms. Gonzalez, the order will be sent to your attorney, Mr. Maynes, and the order will be sent to Mr. Estrada, whatever address they may have. Okay.
Okay.
That will conclude our hearing for today. All the other matters that were not addressed in this order will be addressed in the divorce action. All right, well, that concludes our hearing in this case. Thank you all very much for your participation and courtesies in this matter.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Parties are excused.